Hi. Today's video is a subject that's very close to my heart. I had a guardian angel who really helped me with this one when I was in the world of finance, and I want to sort of uh, pass it forward. Um, so basically, this video is especially for women, but it not necessarily just for women. I'm sure it can help some men as well, especially if you're more on the introvert side of things. So basically, as women, our general makeup is not one that kind of goes around sort of saying, hey, look what I just did. It's not in our makeup. We just tend to give, we tend to nurture, we tend to do our thing, we tend to be, I know I'm generalizing women, men here, but just go with me for the sake of this video. And if it's useful to you as a man, then use it, because it's a tip that can really help climb the corporate ladder, and very quickly. So essentially, when I was a very good girl, I went to all the right schools, I got recruited straight from campus to Wall Street, and I was brought up very conscientious, and the good girl, good student, that personality. So I went to work in the world of finance, and I did my work. I was very conscientious, and I did everything that needed to get done, and I got the results. But because it wasn't my personality to kind of go around and be like, "Hey guys, do you see what I just did?" I just kind of sat on my desk and just did, performed. But nothing happened for a few years. It's almost like they just took it for granted. So neither did my salary move, nor did my title change, nor anything. But I was just doing my work, literally, day in, day out. And so one day, the person who was sitting next to me, I was on a trading floor at that point. The person who was sitting next to me, and this is a few years into this business, was a German guy who we became very good friends. And he said to me one day, he said, you nobody really knows how great your work is because you're not telling anyone about it, and they're just taking it for granted. So I really advise you to make sure that you voice what it is you're actually achieving. And so I did that. I just took an appointment with my boss, and I went in and I was like, this is what I've done. Like, I'm, top ranked with some of my clients, and I'm bringing in this kind of revenue, and I'm like the top IPO person every time there's whatever, my things, whatever I did really well. And basically, as a result of me just going into a meeting and telling him this is what I was doing, my salary was tripled, and I went from nothing to director in one go. And that was such a it was such an eye opener for me. And I remember having lunch with one of my clients at the time, and she was the only woman partner in a very sort of old boys network. Fund management company in the city, and she was really just a lovely, lovely, lovely lady. And because she was the only woman there who was as successful as she was, we were having lunch, and I was telling her what happened, and she said to me, "Oh yeah, the advice I would give to anyone, and this is the advice I'm going to give you here, passing it forward." She said, "I would make it a habit." As a woman, she said, if she'd known that, it would have helped her so much. And if I had known that, it would have helped me so much sooner. What you do is you go in on a quarter by quarter basis. You take an appointment with your boss. And every quarter you go in with a list of every single thing that you've done. Even if for you they don't feel like huge things, they still are successes. So basically, this is your way to celebrate your own successes first, which the brain loves, because when we celebrate successes, the brain thinks, "Ooh, she likes that. That's a good feeling. She wants more of that." So you celebrate it for you, and then you go in and share that celebration with your boss on a quarterly basis. And that is the way to make sure that your climb up the ladder is consistent, regular, continual, and reflective of your hard work and your successes. And that is going to bring even more success to you, to the team, and to the company, because you feel recognized and you feel respected and you feel valued. And we know the number one reason why people leave companies is because they don't feel appreciated. So when you appreciate you and you go in and point out this and that, then it's in the company's interest to also appreciate you. And if they don't, you're very clear on your achievements. So if a conversation needs to begin elsewhere, then you know what your strengths are and where you're contributing. So you know how to start a conversation somewhere else. This is what I do. This is what I'm good at. And I'm planning to get rewarded for that, for my hard work and for my deliverables. So that's the tip. The tip is a quarterly visit with your boss, reflecting on your successes. And that is a must, and it's the way forward. So I hope this message reaches lots and lots and lots of people it can empower. Because you'll notice that a lot of people who succeed in these businesses tend to be the ones who are kind of walking around, sharing their great wins all the time to anyone who listens. So you don't need to do it like that. You don't need to become a sort of Gordon Gekko type with your bretelle, but you do need to have those meetings and make sure that you share your successes. So I hope this is helpful. And for other tips and wonderful advice from me on a regular basis. One, if you're new to the channel, subscribe so that you get more of these videos. And also head on over to my website, rania.world, and grab your free goodies and get some nice mindfulness, mindset, and miracle tips to keep you going in the corporate world. What I wish I had known, what I wish I had existed when I was in that world, and would have helped me so much. This is what I now offer to you. So enjoy, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.